All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you to those who are joining me in the future. Today is going to be a really nice blend of low back openers, a little bit of a feel-good flow. So in that sense, let's go ahead and get ourselves ready. Straps, blocks if you have them. Some alternatives to blocks would be books, or you could even use soup cans if you wanted to. Also, they won't be 100% necessary. You can easily do the same poses without. If you would like, and you want to fast forward, we've got about 3 minutes in the present until class starts. So we'll see you guys on the mat. Thank you so much. All right, just one more minute. Give people some time in case they would like to join. Thank you guys for bearing with me. All right, well, it's officially go time. Let's get grounded, sitting tall on the mat. Close the eyes. We're going to take 3 nice big inhales. Inhaling in, let the belly come wide. And exhale, dropping it out. Inhaling again. Belly comes out, ribs come to the sides. Exhale, drop it out of the mouth. Last one, inhaling in. And exhale, letting it go. And keep the eyes closed if it feels good. Just start to roll the neck gently. So dropping one ear to the shoulder, letting the chin come to the chest, rolling it softly. And start to exhale as you bring it back. Being gentle. The neck is in a different state each day. Just let your breath start to follow the motion. If there's any one spot that is calling out for a little extra attention, let it linger. Switch sides when you're ready. Chin rolls across the chest. Gently coming back. Always come back to the breath. Let's just do one more roll. And then coming up, neutral neck. Keep the hands on the knees. And we're going to take the torso, leaning it over the right thigh and scooping the chest across. Taking it all the way back, rounding a little, pulling through the arms. Opportunity for some snap, crackles, and pops. Again, let your breath guide your motion. Switch directions, taking it the opposite way. Follow out belly as you round back. Let the heart come close to the ground as you roll forward. And then pause, coming into the middle once more. Hands stay on the knees. Let's inhale, bring the heart forward, arching the back, shoulders drop down, and the chin lifts. And exhale, rolling over the torso, hollow out the belly, take the gaze down. Inhale, come forward, puff the chest. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, rolling forward. Let it feel good. And exhale, roll it back. One more time with those. Inhale, arch the back, shoulders coming down. Exhale, round. And go ahead and start to roll it all the way down until we come to our backs. We'll start bringing both knees into the chest. And exhale, letting the left leg come down all the way. Keep a squeeze on the knee. And then let's go ahead and let that knee drop out to the side of the body. You can keep the left hand pressing onto the hip crevice. Let the lumbar connect to the mat. And deepen the breath. Last one here, inhaling in. Exhale, go ahead and bring the knee directly over the hip. And then drop it across the body, following that same line. Let the knee drop down to the left side. The right hand can extend out to the side just a little. One more breath here, inhaling in. Exhale, follow that same line, letting both hips come down to the ground. And send that leg all the way up to the sky now. Fingers interlaced just behind the thigh. Keep the foot flat on the bottom. And depending on how it feels to you, you can bend the elbows, bringing the toes a little bit further back. Or you can just leave it straight up. Unlock the jaw. Inhaling in and exhale. Release the leg back down to the ground. The left knee comes into the chest with a squeeze. If you're running into the hip bone, go ahead and take it just a little out to the side towards the armpit. Relax through the facial muscles. And then let that knee come all the way out to the side. And depending on how this feels for you, if it feels a little too intense with gravity, you can prop the elbow into the ground and hold it up as your body sees fit. Last breath here, inhaling in. And exhale, go ahead and bring that leg right over the hip. And then taking the right hand, go ahead and guide it across the body, bringing the left knee to the floor. Left hand presses into the ground. Both shoulders are nice and rooted. Keep the breath steady. Just let yourself go inside. Maybe you want to hang out around the lower back. Just feeling all the subtle sensations that you find in each pose. Last breath here, inhaling in. Exhale, go ahead and take it back across the body. Extend the foot straight up in the air and the hands interlace behind the knee. Behind the thigh, I should say. Keep the foot flat on the bottom. And you can bring it as far back as feels good to you. It can also just stay right above. Great job. One more breath here, inhaling in. Exhale, release. The leg comes down to the ground. We're going to roll over onto our bellies. And then up to our knees. You can take up the blanket, place it directly underneath the knees. And if your wrists like the extra support, you can fold the mat 1 or 2 times and rest the hands there. Knees are directly underneath the hips, hands slightly forward with the shoulders. Begin the cat-cows, dropping the belly. Shoulders coming back in the gaze legs. Exhale, tuck the tail, rounding through the back, gazing all the way down to the floor. Inhale, flow down, belly, chest forward, chin up. Exhale, round. Let this be with your own breath. Inhaling down. Let the nose carve a straight line. And exhale, rounding back. Two more times. Inhaling down. Exhaling round. Inhale down. Exhale round. And pause. Digging the toes into the ground. Straighten those knees, lifting the pelvis high into the sky. Double checking to see how your hand placement is. Keep those wrists in line with the shoulders. Now that we're here, we're going to do a cat-cow variation. So in the same way that you would drop the belly down, let's drop the heart down. Gaze is up at the top of the head. Now exhale, round through the upper part of the body. Keep those heels into the ground or as close as you can. And then inhale, heart comes down towards the ground. Gaze is forward. Exhale, rounding through the upper back. Inhale, heart comes down, gaze at the top. Exhale, rounding through the heart. One more of those. Inhale, heart presses down. Exhale, round through. And pause. And lift that right leg up all the way to the sky. And bend at the knee. You're going to lift that right hip up towards the sky. Stacking it right over the left. Keep the breath deep. And on the exhale, go ahead and bring those hip points back to level. Right leg comes down. And we'll send that left leg high. Stretch it up. Bend at the knee. And drop that foot over to the right side. Left hip point comes up. Keep the gaze up at the top of the mat. Inhale again. Exhale, bring that hip point down. Foot lowers down. Drop the knees down. Again, reorient the wrists just a little bit. Slightly forward with the shoulders once more. Inhale, that right hand all the way up. Gaze follows the hand, and exhale. Thread it through, dropping down to the shoulder, allowing the cheek to rest. Feel into the side bodies. If you have one hip that is cinched up, drop that knee back. That left hand can come up to 12 o'clock. If it feels good, you can take that hand all the way back, wrapping it around and pressing it on the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Deep breath here. On your next exhale, go ahead and unwind. That hand comes up, presses into the mat. Come up high, open up towards the right side again. Exhale, bring it down. Get ready for the opposite side. Left hand comes up, gazing through. Exhale, swing it down and through. Bring that shoulder down to the ground, cheek as well. Feel into the hip points. If one is coming up, take that knee back. Right hand comes up to 12 o'clock. If you liked that bind on the other side, go ahead and take that right hand up to the sky. Put it back behind and hold on to the opposite thigh. If you can't quite make it to the thigh, just hold what you can. It's also not necessary. It's just a good shoulder opener. One more breath here. Inhaling in. Exhale, release the bind if that's where you were. Hand presses into the ground. Lift up nice and strong, and let's counter the stretch, bringing that left hand up. Exhale, swing it down. Hands are going to slide forward now. Then bring the heart all the way down. Chin on the ground. Deepen the breath. You can keep the palms pressing into the ground or palms face each other. Into prayer hands, bend at the elbows and send them over the head. And the more you press the palms in together, the more you're going to open up through the shoulders. Great job. One more breath here, inhaling in. Exhale, palms come down to the ground. Lift up, forearms first, dropping it back. Let's lift it back up into down dog. You can start by swinging up that left leg, sending it through. Drop the right knee. We're going to go ahead and straighten the left now. If you have blocks, now is always a great time to come up nice and high and roll forward on the heel. Or you can do what I'm doing, fingertips just pressed into the ground, nice long back. Gaze is straight ahead. And try to keep that right knee directly underneath the hip. Sometimes you may need to readjust where that heel landed in order to get there. Great job. One more breath here. Inhaling in. Exhale. Place the hands down. Lift that left leg all the way up, bending at the knee first. Set it down. We'll lift up the right leg now. Bend and swing it through. Drop the left knee. We'll straighten out through the front leg. Go ahead and slide it as far forward as you need to have that left knee directly underneath the hip. Come up high either on your blocks or on your fingertips. The shoulders coming down the back. Deepen the breath. And the more that we have those toes coming up towards the sky, the deeper that stretches. It's going to come all the way up through their hamstrings. Want to intensify a little bit more, you can bend the elbows, bring your torso closer. Good job. Do one more breath here. Inhaling in. Exhale, go ahead and bend the front leg. We'll lift up back through the left. Step that foot forward and then bring it all the way through. The feet are going to come just a little bit wider than the hips. Hands on the floor. Bend the knees, dropping the pelvis all the way down to the ground. Elbows press into the knees, palms together. Lengthen through the spine. Moving straight ahead. Nice deep breaths. Allow yourself to just be with the back for a moment. Feel how good it feels to get lengthened out. One more breath. Inhaling in. Exhale, press the hands into the ground. Straighten up those legs. Walk the toes in just a little bit. We're going to take a slow roll all the way up to the top. Inhale, sending those arms up. Go ahead and do a little back bend. Heart comes forward. Keep the hands in line with the shoulders. The chin is lifted. And bring it back down. Hands to the side. Let's take the left foot in front of the right. We'll go ahead and wiggle those out until the big toes just about can't keep pressing into the floor. We want them pressed in though. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Hands to the ground. You can come up high onto the fingertips if that feels good. Walk out the back until it's nice and flat. Gaze it straight overhead. And keeping the weight on the back of the heels and pushing down with each of those big toes. Then the elbows. Let that back. Lengthen out with a little bit of aid from gravity. If it feels good, you can shake your head no. Shake your head yes. And pause. High on the fingertips once more. Start that slow roll all the way up. And then switch sides. Right in front of the left. Press the big toes in. Doing our best, as far apart as feels comfortable for you, but that is our measuring point. Inhale, sending the arms up. A little back bend, the heart comes forward. Exhale, rolling over the hip points. Send those fingers all the way down to the ground. Keep pressing in with big toes. Come up high on the fingertips. Walking it out until the back is nice and long. Keep the weight pressed back into the back of the heels. Gaze is straight ahead. Bend the elbows with the exhale. Lengthen out through the back, relax through the neck. Unclench the jaw. Just keep pushing the big toes in. Great job. Pressing in with big toes once more. Start your slow roll all the way up. Unwind the legs. Hips come, or the feet come out just wider than the hips. Bend the knees, come back into squat. Pressing into the inner edges of the knees. And slowly coming to drop the pelvis down to the ground. We'll start by taking that right leg over the left and swinging that left heel back to reach by the pelvis. Now, if this feels a little bit too bound for you, you can always roll up the blanket and give yourself a little bit of support right underneath the sit bones. I'm going to open up towards the left side now. Elbow is going to press in on the inner seam of the knee. Hand comes up as if you're waving hello. And take the gaze back behind the shoulder. Keep the breath nice and steady. We're pressing in with the knee just as much as we're pressing in with the elbow. Inhale. And exhale, go ahead and release the bind. And we'll bring both heels to either side of the hips. And again, if this is not comfortable, sitting on a blanket, a block, whichever will lift you up just enough so that it does feel comfortable. And we'll take a strap just in case. Starting with the right hand up in the air. Go ahead and bend the elbow, sending it back as if you're trying to pat the back. Then the left hand is going to thread up. See if you can grab the fingers, and if not, pass that strap and send it on down for the other hand to climb up. Keep the shoulders running down the back. The chin is lifted. You can feel into your lower back. If it's arching and you're starting to puff the chest forward, go ahead and bring that navel in towards the spine. A little squeeze of the belly. And go ahead and release the holds. We'll go ahead and lean it back and switch feet. So now our left heel is on the opposite side of on the outer edge of our right knee. And that right heel is up by our left hip. Open up towards the right now. Placing the knee on the inner seam. Press in with the elbow and press in with the knee. Gaze back behind. Deepen the breath. Unlock the jaw. Take one more here. Inhaling in. Exhale, go ahead and release the twist. Send both heels to the opposite hips. Sit on the blanket if you need the extra height. Our goal is to have the knees just stacked right on top of each other. Taking the strap up with the left hand. Bend the elbows, send it down. You can either wiggle up the strap or find the fingers. Keep that chin lifted. The shoulders are going down the back. One more breath here. Inhale in. Exhale, release the hands. Untangle the knees. And we can go ahead and windshield wiper the knees back and forth. You may find that you are squirming up your mat. So that's perfectly fine. Another fun option, take the hands away, pressing the hands together. See if you can wiper the knees without any aid from the hands. Eventually, we will have worked up all the way to the top of the mat. Go ahead and finish your last wiper, and we're going to come right on out to standing. Starting with our sun cells, inhale the arms up. Exhale, roll over the hips. Inhale, send that right foot back. Left foot to follow. Hold the breath. Exhale, bring it down to the mat. Heart between the thumbs, gazes forward. Inhale, lift the chest off the ground, shoulders back. Tuck the toes and lift the pelvis. Gaze ahead. Inhale, the right leg lifts up, swing it through. Exhale, both feet. And inhale, rise. Hands come wide and then high. Press the palms together and exhale to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swing it down. Inhale, left leg comes back. Hold the breath, both legs. Exhale it down to the ground. Press the palms, lift the shoulders, gaze is high. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the tail. And inhale, swing that left leg up once more. Exhale, both feet. Inhale, rise high, palms together. Exhale down to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Drop the knees, flatten the foot. We're going to lift up nice and high. Inhale, arms up. Go ahead and drop that right hand down to the back and press into the elbow with the left palm. The chin lifted, the shoulders going down the back. We're pressing in with the front foot. Just try to pay attention to what's happening with the knee. Keep it tracked with the big toe. One more breath here, inhaling in. Exhale, hands come up, send it down. Lifting up the back knee. Join the left foot, up into down dog. And then inhale, lift that right leg up. Swing it through. Exhale, both feet. And inhale, rise up nice and strong. Palms together. And exhale into the heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back. Drop the knee, flatten the foot. And then inhale, come up nice and strong. Arms alongside the ears. Drop the left hand down to the back. Right hand presses in on the elbow. Try to keep it free of the neck. Shoulders down the back. And as far as our front foot goes, keep pressing in. Keep the knee tracking with the big toe. For 3, 2, 1. Arms back up. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Lift that back knee. Send the right foot back to join. Inhale, lifting the left leg up high. Exhale, send it all the way through. Right foot to join. Inhale, come up strong. Palms together. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale, arms up once more. Exhale, bring the hands down to the ground. And then step that right foot back. Keep the toes in line with the hips. And the gaze forward. And stay up high on the fingertips if that feels good. Or you can go ahead and bend the elbows, taking the chest right over the thigh. The breath going nice and smooth. Let the neck relax. One more breath here. Inhale in. Exhale, we're going to lift up on the fingertips once more. Bend that front knee. We'll send the right foot back just a little bit more. We're going to come up strong in the warrior one. Shoulders are down the back. Knees tracking with the big toe. And keeping that back thigh lifted nice and strong. Inhaling in. Exhale, hands bring them down to the floor. Framing the foot. Step that right foot a little further in. Hands are going to come forward just about 6 inches. Start to straighten that leg and send the right foot up to the sky. Try to keep the hip points level with each other. Slight bend in the left knee. One more breath here. Inhaling in. Exhale, drop it down. Go ahead and let the back relax just a little bit more. Slight bend to the knees. And with the inhale, press into the ground, flat back once more. Step that left foot back this time. And walk the hands right alongside the foot, high on the fingertips if that feels good. If you like a little bit deeper, go ahead and bend the elbows, sending the chest alongside the thigh. Deepening the breath. Last one here. Inhaling in. And the exhale will come up high on the fingertips once more. Bend that front knee as we send the left one a little further back, lengthening through. Inhale, come up nice and strong. Arms alongside the ears. And pushing down with the front foot, pushing back with the back. Great job. Inhaling in. And exhale, go ahead and bring the hands down to frame the foot once more. Step that left leg back. Hands walk slightly forward and then lift it up into the sky. You can keep your back nice and flat. Try to keep the hip points level with each other. A slight bend in the right knee. You may feel that that knee is trying to either go in. Very rarely is it trying to go out. But we want that knee to still track with the big toe. So if you're squeezing that thigh, kind of outwardly rotate it and see how that feels in the hip Exhale, go ahead and lower. Relax to the back, keep the hands on the ground. Now let's start to walk those feet back. Take it into down dog, gazing straight ahead. Drop down to the knees, chest, and the chin. Press through with the palms, letting the hips come down to the ground. Chest lifts up high, and gaze straight ahead. Inhale in, and with exhale, go ahead and bring it all the way down. Take the left hand straight ahead, palm pressing into the ground. Then we're going to lift that right heel up behind us. Take the hand back, find the foot. We're going to keep our knee in line with the hip socket. Inhale, kicking the foot back, lifting the left arm off the ground. Keep the gaze straight ahead. And keep breathing. The slight cock of the tailbone helps us stay stabilized here. Last breath, inhaling in. Exhale, sit down. Switching sides. Right arm comes out. Left leg bends right at the knee, sending that heel back, and we're going to find the foot with our hand. Holding on. Go ahead and inhale, keeping back with the left foot. Send that right hand straight up. Gaze is straight ahead. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Keep the breath going. One more. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Come up onto the forearms now. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Press the palms into the ground. And feel what this does in the upper back. If you press the shoulders back and down, feel what happens in the chest. So keep that lower back unlocked. And we're going to go ahead and bend this right knee, sending it out to the side. Stack the ankle just in line and keep the gaze straight forward. If this feels a little too intense, you can take a blanket underneath the knee. Keep pressing down with the palms. One more breath, inhaling in, and exhale. Turn and wrap yourself, leaning on the left hand, rolling ourselves to face the right, keeping our knee in line. And once we're here, go ahead and send that lower leg heel back. Gonna hold on to it with the hands. And if it feels good for you, take that top leg, straighten it out. You can also be using the strap if the foot is not quite as near as we would like it to be. Great job. Inhaling in. And exhale. Go ahead and let that lower leg come all the way out. We'll bend the top knee, send it straight out. Forearms come out in front of us again, back into our sphinx pose. And then we'll switch it up. Left knee bends. Send that ankle in line with the knee. We're going to press down with the palms. Try to come up a little bit higher in the chest. Deepen the breath. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and open up towards the left now. Taking that right palm and just resting the head on it, we're going to open ourselves up all the way. So we've got the hips stacked just about on top of each other. And start with the top knee bent. Send that back heel up. Grab a hold with the hand, or using your strap and holding on to wherever it can. Go ahead and straighten that top leg if it felt good. I won't lie, the wall feels like a very good assistant. Deepen the breath. Relax through the jaw. One more here. Exhale. Release the bottom leg. Send the top one down. Come all the way onto our backs. Taking our strap, we are going to triple loop it, double loop it. So we'll wrap it once, send it back under, and try to leave just enough that you have something to hold on to. Our goal here is to be able to keep the shoulder blades relaxed on the mat, as well as the lumbar. And then we're going to start to roll some circles with the knees. And we're keeping our focus on keeping that back entirely flat on the ground. Let the entire roll happen from below. Kind of get a little massage happening on the lower back. And switch directions. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Great job. And pause. You can let go of the strap or slide it down. Hug into the knees. Start to roll up, back, until you can bring yourself up into a seated position. And once you arrive, go ahead, take the arms out overhead. Palms together, bring it down to the heart. Namaste. And thank you so much for stretching with me today. And I hope I see you guys in the very near future. Next class is Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. And of course, we've got the replays to come back to as well. Appreciate you. Be well.